Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's dustinkreis, and today we're going to do a pickups video, and just going to show you off some stuff that I got here in the first half of the month of March. Some stuff, if you guys watch a lot of my videos, you've already seen, but I figured, just throw it all into one consolidated video. Picked up a lot of Japanese stuff this month. Just decided, I got my PS2 soft modded. Start importing some Japanese PS2 games, and the ones I imported, I already showed off in a package unboxing, but we'll just show them off briefly again. Dragon Quest V for the PS2, Front Mission 5, which this is the only one that I think actually has a complete translation. I think Dragon Quest V does as well, but at this point I've played Dragon Quest V so many times that I can probably play it through in the Japanese and get through just fine. Tales of Rebirth and Tales of Destiny 2. And I don't know if the Tales games have been completely translated yet. I know there's teams working on them. But I'm a big Tales fan, so I want to get those in my collection as well, because those weren't released over here. My friend Alex, Return to Mother Base, sent me a package, which he sent me Trails in the Sky, first chapter HD. I keep forgetting what to call this. I'm looking forward to throwing this in and seeing just how the graphics have been improved and stuff. And he also picked up for me Dragon Quest IV on the PlayStation, so that's really awesome as well. And he wrote me a note in the package, but he packed it with the paper the same color, so it was just kind of mixed in, and I guess I was supposed to find it, but I went through the trash and found it, and I will read it to you now. Hey Dustin, as I understand, my cursive closely resembles Arabic, so I am trying to print poorly. Sorry to feed the addiction, but I know you would be interested in these. Plus, I got Batman on the NES, Yahoo, which I should mention, he went to Book Off, and while he was there, he saw these there, and texted me and said, hey, do you want me to pick these up for you? And I said, yes. If you ever come to NY, stay clear of Book Off, especially since you can play Japanese PS2 games. Their glass case will burn your wallet. Believe in Harvey Dent and praise the sun, Alex. So there, I finally got to read his note. He was very upset that I threw away the note, but I didn't see it in there because it was mixed in with paper like that. So easy to miss. As for the rest of the games this month, I picked up SVC Chaos on the Xbox. This is SNK versus Capcom. I've been getting really into fighting games here recently, and I just saw this at my my sort of dirt store for a few dollars, and it is complete and in pretty good condition. So I picked it up. Don't know when I'll throw it in, but I have it here. It's kind of a, I love SNK and I love Street Fighter, so it kind of is a nice thing to have. Although I can't remember if this one, I think this one was kind of given mixed reviews. I can't remember on that though. Picked up South Park: The Stick of Truth. I already did a game discussion on this. I actually really enjoyed it. It does have its glitches, but at the same time, if you love South Park's writing, you'll absolutely love this game. And when you get to Canada, that made the game for me. Just run around at like an 8-bit Canada. That was a lot of fun. Picked this up for the AGP game night. It's going to be this Saturday night. Yes, this Saturday night. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Been putting some time into this, kind of reacclimating myself to Street Fighter 4, and having a good time with it. Looking forward to getting my ass kicked Saturday night. Also picked this up, just actually came in today, so I haven't even thrown this in yet, but King of the Fighters 13. Really looking forward to this. I played a little bit on my laptop on Steam, and of course my laptop can't run this, but I did absolutely love sort of the animations, as slow as they were, but really looking forward to throwing this in, and who knows, maybe we'll make this another AGP game night once it gets a little bit cheaper, and because I don't feel like I want to ask people to go out and buy a relatively expensive game for these nights, on the off chance that I don't want people to spend money on a game they're only going to play once. Okay. Now we're coming to sort of the dark part of the pickups video. Basically, I'm going to give this more time. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to put actual real time into this. But right now, as it stands, I do kind of feel like I wasted $60, and I was just tired of everybody telling me I need to play this, and everyone was talking about how great it was. So I did go out and pick up Dark Souls 2. Now, my initial knee-jerk reaction to this is that this is like the ultimate hipster game ever made, because if you didn't get in at the beginning, man, well, you're just gonna have a hard time with it. It just seems like I don't know. There's just something about it that like brings out like this. Well, if you don't get it, man, well, I guess you just don't get it. That kind of thing with the gameplay. This game definitely needs a manual. I was on the AGP chat on Facebook talking to Crack Lotus and Steven the Laggy Gamer, and basically I was asking like the fucking stupidest questions because this game explains nothing. And of course there's the, well, if it has to explain something to you, man, then maybe you shouldn't play it. But I don't know. I just don't understand how a series like this can be so unwelcoming to new players. I don't need my hand held, but I need a fucking goal. And it just kind of drops you down and just says, go at it. Which at one point, that's great. But on the other point, I only have so many hours in the day to play games. And I kind of want to, get some things done. So my knee-jerk reaction is I'm actually kind of regretting this purchase. I really feel like I should have went and bought Dark Souls 1 for a third of the cost and found out that way. But I'm going to give it more time. Maybe it'll grow on me. But as of right now, I'm really just I don't get the appeal of this game. This is one of those sort of AAA titles that just I don't understand why everyone gets all nut crazy over. I don't see it yet. So I'm sure I'm gonna get some thumbs down on the video for that, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Picked up some random things. Well, I guess really one random thing. Picked up another Aston Martin, just because I like Aston Martins, so picked that up. On the DVD front, let's go with the DVDs first, and we'll go into the Blu-rays. Picked this up, and I haven't even unwrapped it yet because I just haven't had time to watch it. And that is Strange Days. It was like $5 on Amazon. And there hasn't been a Blu-ray release of this over here in the States yet. So I picked up the DVD for $5 because I absolutely love this movie. I watched it on Netflix for the first time in a long time. And it really, like when I first saw it, I didn't really know what to make of it. But watching it like a few months ago, it really just kind of hit me. So I knew I had to have it for my DVD collection. So I picked that up. Even though I have the first and second series of this show, I picked this up because I did not have the Christmas episode, and that is Extras for $15. And for me, I enjoyed the Christmas special of this so much that it was worth paying $15 for. Found this at half-price books, so couldn't really pass that up. I love Ricky Gervais's shows. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Picked these up for pretty cheap, and I love that they come in these recyclable packages. But I did pick up all seasons of Portlandia because I worry about shows going off Netflix, and this is a show that I do like to go back and watch every now and then because I find it absolutely hilarious. But I love that it comes in the nice recyclable packaging, and the first disc or the first season actually comes with a little bird that you can put on things. So if I wanted to put a bird on something, there we go. And then I picked up this film, and I didn't get to see this in the theaters, but man, this is about as perfect as a movie can get, and that is Nebraska. I love Alexander Payne's films, and while I don't think anything will ever replace Sideways as my favorite film of his, this comes pretty damn close, and if I watch it a few more times, maybe it'll overtake it. But it's such like a little kind of quirky slice of life, film, and there's just something about, I don't know, the hopelessness of the areas that they're in. It really reminds me of where I live at in Ohio, and I don't know, I just enjoyed this film thoroughly from beginning to end. So if you haven't seen Nebraska, find a way to watch Nebraska. And then finally, just to round this out on the book front, I picked up Howl and Other Poems by Allen Ginsberg. My girlfriend and I watched the film Howl about the writing and the obscenity trial, and I realized that I just didn't have this in my collection. And I'm not a big person on the Beat generation. I kind of like the post-Beat generation more. in terms of writing and things like that. Like the people who were inspired by the beat poets and, you know, the beat writers. But I'm slowly kind of dipping my toes more into their work. I read On the Road by Jack Kerouac, and honestly, I didn't like it. Didn't care for it. But I do really like the poem Howl. And so I picked this up for, it says $7.95 on the back of this, but I think on Amazon it was actually cheaper. Because I just wanted to have this in my collection and to pull out every now and then and kind of just, you know, I like to read things that excite my vocabulary, and this is one of those types of works that will do that for you. And then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I kind of got back into my Bleach buying a little bit, went to Half Price Books and looked at my manga list on my phone to see which one I was missing, and they had 27 and 29. So, as you can see, I need from 30 on, and I think they're already in the 40s of Bleach, so I'm really far behind on Bleach. But, you know, these were there for $4, so decided to pick those up. And, you know, I might get back into Bleach and start reading again. I don't want to buy... Anime is so expensive, and personally, I almost rather read it than to watch it on screen. So... I'll probably go back into buy these a bit more, but I don't want to deal with like the Bount arc and all that shit on Bleach, because the filler stuff is what drives me crazy with anime. It really does. I remember like watching Dragon Ball, and it's just, there's this one part in the early seasons of Dragon Ball where it's really just like Gohan running around doing nothing, and it's like, can something happen in these episodes? And it's like, tune in for the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z, and it's just Gohan running around the woods doing nothing. The next episode of Dragon Ball Z. So, I would actually rather prefer buying the manga books than buying the anime television seasons. I'd just rather have that. But anyway, that is the pickups for this month. Like I said, a lot of fighting games. Really looking forward to getting into the AGP game night. Looking forward to getting into King of Fighters. I am... Even though I slagged this off, I am looking forward to trying to figure out the appeal of this. I never played Dark Souls 1. I did play Demon Souls. It's somewhere up there, way up there. And didn't really care for it. And the same kind of feeling is, you know, getting into this. But I think I just need to kind of change my mindset on it and spend some more time with it. And I don't know. I don't know what I want out of this. But whatever I want this to be, it's not that. And I want it to be something that it's not. And instead of doing that, I need to start taking it on its own merits. But this game fucking needs a manual, because if I have to sit and ask people you know, can I manually save in this game, or is it just auto saves? Then the game needs a manual. Honestly, I feel like I've never played a video game in my fucking life playing this game. But that is it. I'm gonna stop talking about Dark Souls. I'm completely thrown off now. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.